Another Mr. Pisto plays Magic the Gathering Arena Brawl deck and gameplay session. This is deck number 21 and playing all the legendary creatures and planeswalkers in Historic Brawl at random. So we're playing Alela, Artful Provocateur, 4 mana, 2/3 flying, Death Touch Lifelink. Other flying creatures you control get +1/+0. Whenever you cast an artifact or enchantment spell, create a 1/1 blue fairy creature token with flying. So the object here is to kind of ramp us into Artful Provocateur, and then we literally have 90% of the deck costs 2 or 3 or fewer mana. And the ones that we have up here that are more expensive, the Anointed Procession, Conclave can cost as little as 1. Thought Monitor can cost as little as 1, but it's probably not. Shark Typhoon can be cycled at 2 mana. So literally this is kind of the curve of the deck. When we look at the actual deck itself, there's 36 artifacts and 19 enchantments. So we're going a really low to the ground. We got some 0 drops in Mishra's Bauble, Amber, Mox Amber, and Ornithopter, so that on the turn that we play Alela, if we play her empty board or with no mana, we can actually get a play or two going without having any mana available. So that's kind of the idea. The deck is low and quick, and it's nice because we're playing creatures that leave behind creatures. I've tried a couple other brews, and we'll go over those at the end of the video. So stick around through the end of the video if you want to see a couple other brews of this deck. But this one has been the most consistent and the most, I guess, the best of the bunch. So let's get into a few games to see how this deck does. Let's do it now. All right. It's kind of a risky keep, but this is kind of nice against mono blue. So I think we're going to keep this and hope for the best. Being on the draw is not the best, but you got to do that sometimes. We'll keep. Hello. Up against Jace, the Perfected Mind. What is this? Millie. We'll do this into this. And lately I've been really liking to mute my opponents just because. Alright, bye Swamp. I think I'm just gonna do this. We'll block. We'll tap that. Because why not? This 90% of the time you want to play it on blue because it anthems your little critters. Okay. We're milling time. Alright, we will play this one on black. This one on bleu. And no attack. So what does this blue thing do? This is whenever you draw a card. Sure. Block. Alright. It's not the land we wanted, but actually not the end of the world. And our deck is slowly going in the dumpster. 100 life is a lot of life that you must get through. That's annoying. All right, I'm gonna play this on the white. Then I'm going to get the Shadow Spear. At least get a 1/1 out of the deal. Actually, it's a 3/1 because of Alela. Spelltheif. Wow. Well, I'm probably going to. Yeah, I'm definitely going to That might actually cause them or force them to scoop. I don't know. Because there's a good chance whatever they got, they can't cast without this. All right, land. 3. 1, 2, 3. And then I think I'm going to save that for Jace when they play him.
I've already read your thoughts. You won't stop us. Our plans are beyond your comprehension.
All right, so we can. I want to cast this and convoke that. And that'll do it. That'll do it for the first game. We did a thing. All right, on the game number 2. All right, we have mono white on the draw again. I think we can do better. Okay, we'll keep this. I don't know if it's better, but we'll keep it. Up against Elesh, Norn, Mother of Machines. This stops all your ATBs. Oh, that's a good one. This gives our creature hexproof. This stops all your enter the battlefield effects and doubles theirs. Verdane's gonna be good because they are playing snow. We'll get this out. I don't want to add the extra mana. Gives them a target, something to kill, but that's okay. I assume it looks like they have some kind of instant or sorcery artifact destruction. Swiftfoot Booties. Alright, your Snowland gets to come into play. Tap now. Verdane doing God's work. One of our zero drop artifacts would be fantastic here. All right, search your library for a creature with mana value 1 or less. Put it into your hand and shuffle. That makes sense. It's about the only 1 drop worth finding. All right. Guess we do this one into this one. I'll do the attacking. Swiftfoot Boots is definitely better than the Giant's Amulet, but at least the Giant's Amulet gives us some form of protection. Interesting that they're not going with Elesh Norn there just yet. I guess they just didn't want to play it. All right, that's not a really good example, but we'll keep it in and we'll play another game. Well, that is quite the name. I didn't think you could have one that long. We got lands. I do like having and trying to mulligan to a 2 converted mana cost ramp spell, to be honest. Or something that's free. We'll keep this. We got a removal spell. Keepable. Watery Grave. Or are we Watery Graving, or are we going to hold up. Yeah, we'll moderate grave. Right. Ivy, Gleeful, Spelltheif. This is that one that where you target something singular, you can copy that to target something. Or copy Ivy as target Ivy as well. Right, well they got all the ramp. Chapel, Bop. And the turn, they get to cast it again, but at least we slow them down a little bit. Oh, they don't have the land. We could end up just like dying a horribly terrible death here. We shall see. I like their name. Bah. They found the land. I like to hold on to the pathways until we kind of know exactly what color we want from them. Here we're gonna go Plaza, Alela, Mishra's Bauble. We'll crack the bauble so we can draw a card. Ooh, okay, they're getting Earl. More than likely, this is gonna go on white. I would really like to find some kind of protection for this. I absolutely hate that one. That card is just the worst. Turn that to our hand. Dum. So what does this thing do again? So it's a 3/2 for 3. I'm just gonna do this. Make them have to hold up more mana. We're gonna leave our 1/1 to block. What is that? It's +3/+3 and has at the beginning of each upkick up at the beginning of each up. Ugh, we're in trouble. We are in trouble. All right, so we can do this into one of these. Get rid of Earl. No attacks. We're very close to just being dead here. This is what happens. Sometimes you just get slowed down to the point where Alela does not do enough for us. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We could play an 8/5. Not that it does a whole lot for us. But we could block with Alela, play this, hope it doesn't die, and then we can bring Alela back as a 8/3. I've never seen this verdant embrace before. Seems powerful, but it seems kind of risky. I will block like this. I have Death Touch. If you have Indestructible, then so be it. That doesn't save your Gleeful Spelltheif. Does that trample? Oh, they have probably have something else. Because why wouldn't they? Go, daddy, go. Go, daddy, go. And we did. Well, that's not satisfying, so we're going to do one more. All right. Mono black. This is great to have against the Planeswalker opponent, so we are going to keep it, especially with mono black. A planar disruption on a Planeswalker opponent is a rather sad state of affairs. What is this? Sacrifice a creature to put a 1/1. All right, we are going to pay 2 life, and we'll make a block. This is an insect. I just realized that. Blockity block, blockity block. No. Okay. Guess it doesn't really matter. Now let's see if they have a giant vampire to put into play. They don't, but they are going to go and search for one. All right, we're drawing all our removal stuff. Don't really want to do anything with that. They could put a 1/1 counter on it if they don't have anything to do. Yep. There it is. This. Never when Vengeant Vampire dies. Okay. This one? This one? That one? Yep. Oh! Another!
Consider yourself fortunate our motives in life. You
Alright.
deal with this.
Blue. This. This. Here. You are now in witness protection. And you are now a legitimate business person. How is someone legitimate in witness? Oh, witness protection because they're being protected. They have something that can sacrifice creatures. You're gonna take a hit. Nope, land.
You wish to know my secrets?
Right, what does this one do? When it enters the battlefield, target vampire gets +1/+1. Sure. Sure. We're gonna get rid of that hammer here pretty quick. Nope. All right, we are going to do this. On the hammer. And then Watery Grave. Tapped. We can't really afford any more life. I think we're going to play the Swooping Lookout as another block. And then these two are going to go here. And then we'll see how their top decking skills are compared to ours. This goes here. This goes here. Sure. All right. That's a creature. This is another creature. All of these creatures go face. We're in a really interesting spot here. Like, I guess we get to gain a couple life each turn, but if they draw better than us, then we lose. If we draw better than them, then we probably lose. What are there? Oh, they got the Raven's Thieves. Sure. Gains them some life. We'll block there. It's really who can top deck better. At least now our Alela won't die. We can... We boots up this, and we need to leave a couple blockers back for this thing. We are still going to attack for 6, though. We're going to win! They decided that they didn't want to keep on keeping on. So, let's go and talk about the deck and some of its progressions to where it is today. Alright, so as you can see, we have 3. We have Alela Flyers, Alela Equipment, and then Alela Aggro. So if we look at this Flyers deck, this is where I kind of first started. And as you can see, it goes up a lot on the curve. We were playing not as many, I guess. I don't know why I called it Flyers, but I think it was more this whole idea of giving +1/+1. Like, if we look, I wonder if I can do that. +1, enter. I was playing as many of, or a lot of the +1/+1 kind of things, and it was just kind of more on the control-y end of the spectrum, and played like I thought Seraph Skyblades was kind of a cool concept in a deck like this, but just kind of sorta it just fizzled. It just wasn't aggressive enough for what Alela was wanting to do. So I went from this kind of flyery build to see if it takes me back to that screen again. I actually thought this was a really cool concept too. A equipment build. I played a lot of equipment. So this Inch Blade Companion actually made it in, but then like Giant's Amulet made it in as well, Vorpal Sword. But then we were playing a lot of like bigger artifact things, because my concept was if you cast this and Alela was on board and they killed Alela, at least you had a 1/1 to wear it. But it didn't really come to fruition in the way I had planned. So we went from this to where we ended up right here right now. And that was this really low to the ground Layla kind of at the very top of our curve. This is realistically like here, maybe here. Conclave could easily be 1. This is usually a 2. This is like a 3. And then we ended up somewhere like this. And I think that really low to the ground, Alela being the top of your curve, gives you some advantage there. And just being able to get underneath a lot of the bigger things that people are trying to do in Historic Brawl. So that's Alela, the Artful Provocateur. And I hope you enjoyed this. Let's go and randomize and see what we get. All right, let's do it. All right, there are 769 nice cards left. They just keep adding more, and they're gonna keep coming, and we're just gonna keep spinning this wheel because it's been an interesting thing. A lot of the creatures that I've played, I would not have otherwise played, so it's been a fun way to do this. Let's spin the wheel and see what we get. 3, 2, 1, go! And it's spinning, and it's spinning, and Hell. So elves you control have tap, add black. Put 2/1/1 counters on up to 1 target elf. Untap it. It gains death touch until the end of turn. Create a 1/1 green elf warrior creature token. And then -7, you get an emblem with whatever you cast an elf spell. It gains haste until the end of turn. And you draw 2 cards. So there we have it. Our next deck is Hell. Golgari. I'm gonna do Golgari Elf Tribal. I think Elf Tribal is one of the more fun ones to do. So thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, notify. There is a Patreon in the description and the link below. There's a $1 tier if you want to just be supporty. There's a $5 tier. I post like pack openings and in-depth deck techs. There'll be an in-depth deck tech on Alela where I go over each card and a little bit of why I included it. And yeah, we also have a Discord that is slowly but surely getting bigger, and the guys in there, guys and gals and non-binary pals, are all pretty cool. So yeah, if you want to do that, description below too. For Mr. Pisto to you, have a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, or night. Stay safe. Bye for now.